And I think there's also a big difference now that we're talking more about psychedelics.
Yeah.
I mean, stuff like heroin, for instance, that's just, I mean, that's destroys lives, you know, because it's something that people just seem to want to return to. That's for them returning home.
Yeah.
So that is...
that's true,
also a big distinction there. What you take. I mean, alcohol as well. Alcohol,
of course,
destroys lives if you go too far.
Yeah, and I can tell you that alcohol, or it never... in my life, it never helped me to go through a creative process. Right? It never showed me things I didn't know. But there is the obvious instance where the Moonlight Love solo that was recorded while I was drunk as fuck. Let's just be clear on that. And maybe I can put in the solo part that I really remember, like playing, which, you know, happened on accident. I wasn't like thinking, let's get drunk to get creative, right? I think that's the dangerous part. No, it was just we had a good night. We were very productive, and we were just drinking some whiskey, Coke, and everything, and it just happened to be this silly solo, right? But it was a natural process. I wasn't getting drunk because I thought the solo would be perfect while being drunk. It was just an accident. But other than that, I never had an experience with alcohol that helped me in music.
Once it becomes a necessity, basically, then you know you've gone too far. And I mean, bless anybody who actually gets away from an addiction, because
of course,
there's a rough process.
And I mean, on stage, I'm never drunk or high on stage, because on the stage I always chase basically perfect moments, and the music that I do, those tracks, they need my full concentration and everything. I can't be drunk and sing those kind of songs. It's not working.
Which is also good, you know. Then you don't have to put up that persona basically on stage. Because I think there's probably some artists out there who thrive off the idea, let's watch a drunk guy on stage kind of thing.
Of course,
probably punks.
It can be fun, but
it's not a healthy way to live.
No, and like you said, the balance is very important. That's very important. Have you ever written a song that contains, you know, drugs or tells a story?
Have to think about that one. No, I don't think I have, to be honest. No,
shit.
It's never been something I... no.
That seemed like a very obvious song idea, right?
Should do that.
You must now.
Should do that, No, I don't know why. I think it came more into the music aspect in soundscapes for me. Like you said, with the cutting guitar. I coming home from one of the Goa parties, I listened to the 9th Symphony of Beethoven. I've never heard anything as psychedelic as that. Holy hell, that blew my mind. But it's the sounds, I feel like, were probably the most impacted from that. I mean, we had a few songs, but they've been mostly, you know, joke songs written by friends, and we'd play it live because everyone's like, play the one about weed.
Nice.
But, never an honest, serious attempt, basically.
All right. Maybe in the future.
Could be. I feel like I'm always more, it's something I'm learning to do more and more now, but I'm more of like an external, kind of like what I see, and coming more and more back to my own feelings now. But it's always been more music about what I've seen or experienced like that. Not necessarily, or not experience actually. Well,
Right.
But it's unavoidable in music.
It's unavoidable, and it's a gray area, I guess.
You don't want people to get on drugs because it can ruin lives, but you can't deny the fact that they're around. And I mean, that's
Yeah.
so weird, right, Ricky? There's not a plant.
Mm,
You take it, either you eat it, you smoke it, and it has
Yeah.
the exact molecule or whatever it
Yeah.
is that changes something in your brain. I mean,
yeah,
how
it's
trippy is that, dude?
yeah,
That's
it's
just
fucked up.
pretty cool.
And I gotta be honest, when I'm listening to music high, I mean, when you're high as fuck, you should watch TV or a movie or listen to music. That's the thing that everybody tells you, right?
Yeah.
And now I tell it, because it's true. It's more fun. It cuts deeper into your soul, and yeah. I mean, we were obviously not promoters of that kind of
No, don't do it. Don't.
behavior, but I'm not here to lie, I think.
Yeah,
I'm not here to tell any lies. Yeah.
Yeah, you just got to keep an eye out on your health and
Yeah.
on the necessity. If you ever feel like it's necessary to take substances,
Yeah.
then you got to do something about it. I mean,
Yeah.
I can't really. I mean, I'm saying this high might as well, but if I go out with friends, I almost have this connection in my brain that I have to drink beer, you know.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I'm trying to get away from that a bit more, but yeah. Luckily, I'm always as sick as a dog at the next day, so
Yeah.
it's becoming less.
So revenge, yeah. Yeah, and I gotta be honest, I think, because I had maybe around 5 moments where I was high as fuck, and those moments, they really they didn't help, but they brought me some kind of understanding when it comes to music, and I think they made me what I am today. And it's such a bullshit statement, and it's a very dangerous one, but like I said, the first time I basically understood what kind of guitar I want to chase, right?
Mhm.
And the other times I was listening to certain songs and they would just show me something deeper, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's very interesting. And I think we're gonna end this episode on this one, because in the last episode we were talking about your song from Paris
Oh, yeah.
and my Hell song. And there is a song from Stevie Wonder called They Won't Go When I Go. And George Michael did a cover. And then last year I did a cover of George Michael's cover. But there is a point in the song, and I will show you it after we've done recording.
Please do.
It's a dramatic part, right? And it goes always one half step down, more and more. And when I was listening to it high, I really could feel the heartbreak and the hellish entrance, because it's a very religious song. And when I was listening to it while I think I was high on edibles, it made me cry so much, and it showed me what a simple movement in music can do, right? And because of that, I think I was basically more able to create that hell part that we were talking about. I think that was the result, that I was able to get my way around creating the downfall, right?
Yeah.
So I would be lying if I would tell you that drugs didn't help me in any kind of way, right? So
yeah, for me too, actually. There was one moment where I went out into the forest, smoked one, and I listened to Echoes from Pink Floyd.
That's a
And
tough
you know
one,
that one part they have where they plugged in the wah-wah the wrong way?
Yeah, it's the screaming,
I didn't know that part came up.
Oh shit.
And I was there in the forest, dark, everything.
Damn.
That feeling. That was something I was like, man, I want to do something like that, because that really creeped the jeebies out of me.
Yeah.
It's great. But yeah, I see what you mean. Like this impactful feeling becomes available because your filters are being you're allowed to let it in.
Yeah. And I think the positive, or to I think the positive way of thinking about drugs is like that story of mine with that song, because what I've heard was, of course, in in a motion of drug abuse, right? But I knew to become a better musician, I need to take what I've learned in that trip, and I need to take it back home. And if I wanna use my knowledge that I had in that trip, I need to be as sober as possible to create something that sacred.
Yeah.
So, like we said before, you always you need to come back home. You need to be clean and clear in your head to use that, because the other way around, which I think a lot of musicians will take, is to take something they had in a trip and use it intoxicated, right? Because it's very obvious. You've heard something in a trip, which means that from now on you need to be always high on something to get there. But that's I really don't think that's the
actually
goal.
Now that you talk about it, with this journey, coming home and everything, it's already in the word itself. Trip going on a trip.
True.
So it's not,
you're right,
if it's not a trip anymore, if it's your home, then
yes,
that's I think what when it's not
then it will be a downfall, I guess.
Yeah.
So we hope you enjoyed our a bit longer episodes than usual, but it's such, I mean, to be honest with you, we could talk about this for hours.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
So instead of 2 hours, you now have 20-ish minutes. And thank you so much for watching, for listening. Tell us your story that maybe your inspirational trip that you had, or maybe the positive and the negative sides of your current music trip that you had with any substance. We don't care. Tell us. And Richard, as always, thank you so much. And if you want, you can say goodbye to our people.
Well, first, thank you, Ricky, for having me once more. And thanks, friends, for listening, watching. And see you in the next one. Bye.